Boom, boom. All right. Now let's do a quick mic check on Twitch. Play this. There seems to be audio, so mic check 1 2 1 2. This seems to be okay. Still just me out here. It's gonna be my little private workroom for my future self, like every week, with Lainey in the background for a change. Yeah, we're both doing some co-working. How do I position my big head such that you remain visible, Lainey? Maybe like no need. Well, you kind of like drag me into your influencer stuff. Like I'm in your Instagrams and your whatnots by accident. So now you're gonna have to suffer me putting you inside my streams. Yeah. Snap! I can't manage to figure out how to position my big head. I keep like, why am I cam blocking? Is that a thing? Oh, how do I sit? Do I have to sit there? But that's awkward. I have to figure this out. I could like okay, people. This is extremely chaotic setup. So this is the desk. I've been doing some accounting work recently. You can tell it's a hot mess. So that camera used to be the standard cam that I was using before, but now I have another copy of that cam. I have two of those. So now I have this little loose one that I can position wherever the hell I want to, but I just have to figure out where I want to, to put the thing. Ah! If I put it over here. Oh, this is like better. Now we can see Leanie and her shenanigans, whatever she's up to. All right, so let's do some screen share. I'm kind of like updating my calendar invite links for um, interviews that I need to set up for the next weeks. And since we'll be hitting the road, I kind of like need to figure this out. So that's kind of like why the screen is not being shared right now because there's a lot of privacy sensitive stuff that I should keep to myself, huh? But let me save that and then I can park this and then completely context switch out and close other tabs and then come back to this, be completely focused. Um, what do we have here? I have a bunch of emails I want to write. Again, something I can do later. For now, I can just try sharing the screen. Share screen, big monitor. There we go. That looks okay. Cool. Let me see. The light thing. It's not dark enough outside yet to switch completely to dark mode. As you can tell, it's not beautifully sunlit out there, but gray skies, but plenty of daylight. So this is how we're doing it today, folks. This is how we're doing it, and we're gonna like it. Okay. Code reviews. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. This is a dope cat. In case you're keen to follow dope developers. Of course, I'm not logged into this um, browser session, so I go back to my other browser session, github.com. Here we go. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to show. Again, this kind of like sucks. I have some stuff out there that I can't. This is always tricky when you're working on multiple projects and your GitHub gets polluted. So I can't go to GitHub, but I can go to this, and then you probably can't see. Okay, not so much weirdness. Now let's see. That was one repository I created, not super important. What is this? open. That's not going to get merged. This thing that's here, that's kind of like a OpenAI extension for Emacs. I thought I was tweaking or tinkering on it last time I was, one of the previous times I was live, but big whoop. I have a bunch of MRs sitting here screaming to be tended to. Let's figure that out. Everything that is approved. Let's play ball. Let's play ball. I approve this. Remove the show bars from there. Well, I can merge this, right? I don't have to block this any longer unless there is like a merge conflict waiting to happen. Approved. Where's the button? Yes, people. I wasn't logged in anymore. See, this is what happens if you're like doing a lot of other things meanwhile and you kind of like forget. Your session's kind of like expire. Of course, I'm not going to be name enough to type in a password in public or to show it in public, but I do have to type in my second factor. And I probably shouldn't be doing that when my screen is shared, obviously. So guess what? It's just going to be that one for now. Let me just get into my second factor app so we can really get to the okay, cool. And that one says, and come on, I need the GitLab codes. There we go. And type it in. There we go. And we're in. Cool. So share screen again. Bam, bam, bam. All right. So now you get the button, merging pipeline succeeds. No, thank you. We merge immediately. Boom. One thing that I want to do, let's just say FT0. What we're going to open is Proto1 main. And we just do that. It's fine. Do that again. Just set this up. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, cool. So what are we doing here? Unstaged changes. We don't care for that. Cancel. Cool. Why are we unable to convert it? So what I can do, I can account fetch everything. Let's see what's new. Cool. All right. Oops, there's a lot that's new. Look at this. Use optimized branch. I have to look at that. So how about we maintain some scratch buffer? So how do I kind of get linked to that? Link this, huh? All right, cool. So maybe I should do it like that. Match it. Right. Does that work? Oh, cool. That works. There we go. That's the branch. Org mode. Just want to see this as org mode. That's something you want to look into. We're going to call merge. That nothing has changed on that front. That's 5 days ago. So let's say 5 days ago. What else do we have? Integrate tables. That is done. Resizable bugs, cherry pick, fix not closing, that's done. Auto unfold section matches branch. I don't even know if that works. Okay, we're just going to do the sloppy way. So this thing here, that one we want to merge. And auto unfold section, when was that? 1 week ago. Whew. If that predates the other one. I believe I already checked it out and I probably even tested it. Maybe I should merge, check out and test, right? And maybe update snapshots. So we do for all of them. email sync that just popped up. Briefly highlighted section. Okay, that's a good one to review. Okay, that's going to be a pretty meaty one. I'm guessing I saw the code for it. Probably wasn't super large of a commit of a branch numbered list. That's a big one. That's Stefano's crowning achievement. So let's make sure we get that merged nicely. I'm also quite curious to see all the things that are going to emerge as merge conflicts. All right. Now, let me have hack. I was working on integrating source perspectives and on what reorganizing about data. Well, clearly didn't get far on that. And then we have Tjon table pane functionality. Damn, Tjon is delivering. All right, so here's the other merge that we just worked into the mix. All right, so let's copy. This one goes. Yeah. And then that one also. This one goes. Do we understand what this is? Fixed long text breaking drawer label. I don't remember what this one is about. Probably get some responses here. Overview tonight. Different Tjon. Awesome looking at it. Okay, cool. So we're good to go. So we can do that. All right, multi-screen setup, multi-window setup. All right. Oh, it's fixed long. Yeah, that was 1 day ago. Come on, I gotta do this consistently. In functionality 1 day. Order description lists, that's 2 days ago. Briefly, what was that? That's 2 days ago. Auto unfold, that's here. Cool. All right, now let's see what kind of comments we have. This thing I can close, we don't care about that. Auto unfold. Okay, and then change to optimize. That's a draft. I think that's the one. Nope, that's not the one. What about this one? Oh, weird. Add and view awareness. First, put components to reduce. What's the setup here? What's the branch? Okay. Tjon enhance performance. That's one we need to figure out. And then the other one is if you add in view awareness, right? Tjon add in view awareness. We'll figure that out. Yeah, I think that Tjon is working on this. Okay, so mark this as Tjon at the moment. So maybe I can ignore that. I also believe that I added a bunch of commits. Yeah, I did. Come on, that's not cool. Come on, that wasn't cool. WJ doesn't work. Oh, fair enough. Forget about it. Yeah, and then we have like 9 commits, and I broke the last one. Why? Hell, what the hell did I do here? Test. How do I break this? Even the test somewhere. Over minutes available. Gosh, didn't I upgrade the GitLab plan? Okay, so startup struggles, people. Stingy AF. So what? We just buy 1,000 more minutes, continue to billing. Come on, gotta do this off cam, I guess. Why do we have to enter this information again? Germany. That's what we want. Street address. Okay. Yeah. Continue payment. Gosh. Why? Need to find my card. Bank. Number. The card number from the password store. Here we go. Name on card. That's what I wanted, not number on card. So I'm just saying name on card. Expiration date. Summer password store. Expire. Okay. Here we go. And then ZB which is CBC. I put a CBC in my thingy. There we go. A robot. My order. Confirm. Thank you. Money went to GitLab. Can I run my workloads again? Boop. All right. Guess we're good. Gosh, thank you. We have additional minutes. All right, we used all of it. Goodness. Cool. So we go back to, what was it? MR. FT, MR. Here we go. So this thing is running. Why is this called that? Let me just get the name of the enhanced performance. What is it called? Decode. Components. Just make it easier for me to make this mapping. I don't have any commits here. Let's have a look. All right. Oh shit, this is going to be painful. Let's verify. This is board index. Then we have auth control wrapper, resizable pane, app index. That. Okay, so all of these things I can change without the components we've recently touched breaking. So I guess this is okay. Okay, cool. So we're going to check this one out. Boom, boom. Okay, cool. This one, put up top. This one looks what? 1 week ago. Right, that's what we call it. There you go. Notice continuation. changes to optimize. I don't even know. These two. Just, actually, I should probably do like this. These related. I'm already on the branch, so I may as well open a terminal, npm run build, see what happens there. Warnings, missing dependencies. I may have tackled this somewhere else, so I'm not touching that. Out of scope. Out of scope. If we remove the tests from here, where do they show up now? We can't just remove them. That's one thing I should figure out. We remove a lot of tests, but do we add them back? Nope. That's no bueno. Why? Why? Shit. Why can't? That's problematic. Let's. It imports parts. Okay, fair enough. Well, but then we have to put them somewhere else. Yeah, okay. Move this outside. Okay, so we did move them. Okay, so enlighten me. Get file specific keywords. Let's see where you are now. Give me file specific keywords. No matches. Then they weren't moved. I can't merge this. We're gonna have to fix. All right, let's look. First commit. What did it look like? Let's pull off this stuff into this file. Fair enough. And bundle the bundle animal. Let's say, yeah, access there. Next config, where does it come from? All right, so this branch can't live on much longer. If we do let it live on and we keep developing things, there's going to be a merge conflict waiting to happen. So we have to figure it out. Today we're reading code. We're doing code reviews, and we're trying to. There are a bunch of MRs waiting. All of these branches needs to be somehow consolidated into mainline. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around what is really going on at the moment. There are a couple of like curious tidbits that I'm discovering while I'm at it. What about you? What's happening on your end, Imposter Engineer? Good to have you back. Hope your week has been good. We have heating back meanwhile, by the way, since effectively today, operations management chapter. So right. Cool. Is this like recreational reading for you, considering that it's kind of like your line of work and it's probably pretty easy? Oh, you sent me a DM on Twitter? Oh, sweet. Okay. I'll find it. Cool. Twitter.com. Let me see notifications. Oh, I believe I may have received a link from you. I'm pretty sure I did see that. Yeah, exactly. I've seen that when you were in and out of the stream. That link I got last week. Yep, I had that link last week. Cool. Oh yeah, let me switch back to the, brand new. I wish this is for teaching. Okay, this is for teaching a course. Okay. Mhm. Do you often find that the books that you need for teaching are digitally available? And have you had any success in finding a comfortable reading workflow for digital books? Maybe with a tablet, like an iPad, or like one of those e-reader thingies. Because I'm struggling a lot. Oh no, the answer is no, people. No, 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 no. Yeah, I've gotten like the Remarkable too, and that only works when I'm reading PDFs when there's like DRM in it, which most books have when you buy them. You're kind of like out of luck. So I haven't really been able to enjoy reading digital books very much. I haven't been willing to buy a Kindle. All right. You have a tablet, sometimes you try that. Oh man, I'm so jealous. You had the monitor, you flipped one of them. Yeah. I tried that as well for a minute. And then I ran into some weird ergonomics issues. So for the last weeks I've had excruciating pain in the shoulders and neck. And went over to a doc, and the doc said, like, try without the extra monitor. I don't know if looking sideways was part of the problem. So I put the monitor back in the kitchen, but now I don't have like a vertical monitor, so reading is a little less optimal. You can't have it all, I guess. All right. Yeah, best so far is a tablet. You got a Kindle, doesn't work so well, or it doesn't work well. Why would you say that? Because I mean, like Amazon sells a lot of like EPUBs, right? Is it do you have problems when you're trying to read non-EPUB type formats on the device? Mhm. Okay, yeah. I see. The Kindle with the PDF is not optimal. Fair enough. Um, yeah, I think that's where the kind of like the Remarkable 2 wins because the form factor of the device is very much paper-like. Um, oh, that part. Yeah, that is such a painful experience, actually. Publishers, platforms, I don't understand why they're trying to build platforms. They suck at it. They should probably stick to making them very readily available, allowing people to read these things wherever they want to read them, and probably spend less energy in trying to make platforms that they're not skilled at or trying to figure out DRM that they're also not to. I mean, like they don't create good experiences with all the DRM nonsense they introduce. Okay. So I have to fix this possible problem. It's not in here. Let's search from scratch buffer. Fair enough. I need to search from here. Maybe that's also part of the reason why I couldn't find the tests extracts column structure. I'll match it. Okay, so it was actually removed. Right, so let's board index. So there we go. Yeah, that's why I like pirated versions. You can do whatever, but they're mostly PDFs. Yeah. There's this one publisher, they're really cool. What are they called again? San Francisco publisher. I don't know what their name is. I think I would probably recognize it if I see it. Programming books. Yeah, Lisp programming books. Of course, this is not so interesting. No Starch. No Starch is probably one of the cooler publishers. A lot of their books you can basically buy as PDFs, which works really well for folks who want to read them on like their own like reader devices. And No Starch. Look at that. Come on. Can't type today. Yeah, this. Open Circuits, Engineering in Plain Sight. You have a bunch of fun titles, but of course they're all effectively geek books. Black Hat in GraphQL, modeling and simulating in Python. So if I have to buy books, I typically first look here because I know that I can take them, save them as PDFs. I'm actually even more inclined to buy more copies for other, like if I need like a book from them, I'm just gonna buy the PDF because they're so cool about this, and the PDFs are also not super expensive, as opposed to because they're so chill. I'm not so keen to pirate from them, but from the others, I'm ready to pirate whatever. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on the stream though. Python for kids. Did we see there? Python for kids. There we go. Yeah, Python for kids. Okay, let's go. Yeah, look at that. PDF, Mobi, EPUB, $27.99, DRM free. Do with it as you please. Yeah, I think they're the coolest publisher that I know about. I also got lucky a while back, like in the beginning of the pandemic, Springer had like a bunch of their books available as PDFs. So I remember downloading like a crap load of titles from them, many of which I haven't really read yet, but at least I have them. Oh goodness. Oh, Manning writes good books too. Yeah, I believe Manning also has like PDF downloads available, right? For some of their titles at least. I've also bought from Manning. I like them too. Let me see, like, there was probably something Erlang, something like that. Yeah, Erlang OTP in action. Look at this, print ebook. What is this? Is that PDF? Oh, look at DRM free Kindle ebook. This is the kind of publishing we want. Thanks, Spotlicker. That was a really good tip. Really good tip. Ooh, yeah. This is dope. This is dope. Yeah. I got like the D3 book from them. I think it was Interactive Visual or D3 JS in Action. All of their titles feel like they're like something in action. Kind of like their thing. But yeah, I wish there were more publishers like this in other domains. Like if you're like in computer science, probably find plenty of resources that are DRM free in case you're on Linux or you have like this weird remarkable like reader that doesn't do DRM. But yeah, other than that, you're kind of like at the mercy of the DRM gods or demons. That's your kind of jam or overlord. The well-grounded Well-grounded, is that part of the title? Well-grounded? Oh, the well-grounded Java developer, well-grounded Python developer. Huh. NIAP. I've seen this NIAP stamp. I don't even know what it means. I thought it was like some kind of like stack, something, something, something Python. I don't know. What is NIAP? NIAP stack? Yeah, probably mobile enterprise application platform. Is that it? Huh. Oh no, mean is stack. Oh, it's still being written. Ah, gotcha. Thanks for that. All right. Gotcha. Okay. That's what it means. What is the topic, the subject matter becoming Python needs to, it's a good name. Oh, I remember back in the day, I read what's his name? He became a painter now, Python. It's kind of like way back. I learned Python the hard way. It's like what, at least 10 years ago. I bumped into Zed Shaw at a conference once when I was seated on the floor programming, writing some Python, and I didn't know Zed Shaw at the time. And he just came by and asked like, "What am I working on?" Just geeking out, and then he just walked off, and I was like, "Oh, kind guy." And little did I realize that this Zed Shaw was right there, just geeking out casually. Ah, good vibes. I really wonder what Zed's up to now. Last time I was checking in on it, Zed was painting. Oh yeah, but I'm getting sidetracked, huh? Should be working on these merges. Okay, so there's a lot that has been removed from this thing. Um, move tests outside, but my issue, if we say we move tests, we have to move them. We can't just make them disappear. All right, so there are multiple problems to solve. So this one, um, in order to fix this, um, lead intro and possible config question being, do I still need that? Possible Next.js. I may not need that. Certain possible script domain that Next.js. So let's just find anything possible. Nothing. Okay. Okay, so that didn't quite work out. Okay. That's not config.js. Copy this and re-intro possible config in. Link to the file. I'll figure that out. Shorten next config.js. So that's one thing to do. So if that happened here, let me just get out in. Okay. Double check. Did auth control have any test-like structures in there? Not really. Right. Okay, let's look for that. And then that's the first one. And the second one, what do we do here? Further split components to reduce single large bundles. Remove testing components. All right. This is where it started happening. It's where we removed tests without reintroducing them. Right. How do we test this comment helper? Let's see. Okay, let's look at this structure. Under comment helper. Right. Type start server. Okay, now it is at the. So what do we get? We get. It's not really JSX. Ugh. I don't know if we can do that. What's this old bundle thing? So I think we have to be able to configure bundler to be smart enough. Inline tests, vtest, bundler, Next.js. Oh, okay. Maybe that's how we fix it. Maybe that's how we fix it. We need the function parts. Now here we go. And we imported it here. I understand that this is a problem. How do we do this chunk? Revert magic. That's interesting. Can you revert a chunk? Probably not. What I can do is just the lazy way. Magic revert chunk. So I can hung for now stage or type V and yes to reverse it. Now magic can reverse on stage changes, stage to hung, fuel backward, moving closer, committed stage now magic to okay. This is probably not really what I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna abort. Just do this part way. Okay, so here, over here, so we format. Okay. Cool. Now we tell bundle size. Increase the bundle size. So let's just keep track of whatever data we have here. This is the results we got. Yeah, so what we're doing is read intro enter comment helper tests. Let's just text drop it in there. Previous bundle size before reintro. This is going to be a task. Full. Of course, my bad. Don't care about this for now. Let's see what happens after. Article. So what I probably need to do here is also handle the import. This actually work because the syntax here is very different. Yeah, so I probably can't do that. I also am not too clear how that works. Is import a minute. Probably can't import inside of this thing. Fair enough. I don't think that's valid JavaScript. I'll import that's specific. was over there. Production build. I'm going to need to set the define options and compromise. Learn about maybe dead code elimination, bring them and invite and be defined import limit, undefined. Test includes source. That is really weird. Huh. I think I'm missing something here. Let's have a look at these. Okay. Yeah, cool. Includes source. Darn it. Okay. So there's something off here. What I could do as a backup plan is just, yeah, okay, maybe that's the thing to do. Maybe I go to tests and enter comment helper.t is x. Same enter comment. Yeah, not sure. Yeah, I guess all the tests are here. I don't know. I'm having a hard time imagining this is the right thing to do. So, let's see, formation is the like source ping proto 01 name. Oh, up there. So I don't have test files in here. It's just not the way you do it, apparently. That's why I do tests in mine. Maybe I don't do that. Okay, so let's turn it up. I'm doing it for testing. So let's just look at getting started again. Yeah, configuring command ID integration. None of this I need. Don't care about that. So I don't care about that. Not really. Maybe that's what I think I was thinking about it. Not really either. Oh, there's a bunch of other messages. Someone recommended or mentioned Humble Bundle. Let's get sidetracked a little bit. Humble. Are these games? They look like games, like Steam. Oh snap! I was talking to like a good bud of mine, Michael, was mentioning this as well. Where you can like access games. That's dope. The book section. All right. Books. Bundles. Gotcha. All right. Linux and sysadmin tools. O'Reilly. Can you? Okay. Quite curious. Can you get them PDF? Oh, PDF, EPUB, and whatnot. Cool. That's nice. Oh, they raise cash for charity. That is really cool. This is a cool bundle. Oh, system programming. I have like a very old version of that one. Probably should. Lainey, shall I get a couple of like updates on some books?
No, no more books. Too many books. There is too many.
Okay, they don't have advanced Linux programming. Maybe, oh, maybe they do. Linux system programming, 2013. Some of these titles they don't get refreshed too often. Um, but a lot of that stuff is still relevant. So, oh, it says pay what you want. All right, this is dope. This is cool. Let's see what else they have. This is the book section. This is what like adventure, like what's the category? Fantasy type of stuff, I guess. And they have like game development. Oh, game development super bundle. They have books on Godot, Unity. Oh my goodness, I see this. I want to buy it. I wish I was better at this stuff. I've played around with Godot, but only like 2D stuff. I haven't really dived into like 3D stuff. Not seriously. Oh, goodness. Life goals. Sometimes I'm in a library at home, but everything is digital. I hear you. Are you gonna get VR goggles so that to kind of like to navigate your library and kind of like in VR in a spatial sense? Level up and learn. Oh, that's a games bundle. Communication and meditation. Huh. Interesting stuff they have, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna like bookmark this game development thing. That's cool. Machine learning, artificial intelligence. I have a lot of books on that. Probably I don't need more. Probably just need to finish reading what I have. What's this? Is that? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh. Illustrating a soul donation. Oh my goodness. This. Goodness, yes, we're getting this one. Don't tell
No more books.
Lainey. I've tried some VR stuff. I have like some Oculus Rifts, old Oculus goggles hidden somewhere. Lainey cleaned up the desk a while ago, but then I made it an unholy mess again. So I don't know where the VR goggles are right now.
I
Lainey, do you
know
know
where
that?
they are, but do we need them now?
I don't think we do.
Yeah. Focus on the stream, please.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm grounded for now until my merges are completed.
Yes. Focus.
Yeah. All right, cool. This thing, bookmark. Gotta do this. Just when Lainey isn't watching.
You know she can hear you, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm doing this in public. Even if you couldn't hear me, you could probably like check out the stream on YouTube. Probably have like some of your minions like watching it and giving you information when you're not able to catch up with the stream.
I wish.
No, you're not that sophisticated yet in terms of reconnaissance or intelligence gathering, huh? Import custom coverage provider. We don't need that. I'm still trying to figure out if there is a good way to import things just within the tests. But I think we already settled on maybe not doing it. So let's do the simple thing here. Just go to the tests folder. And I think we were doing, based on that, render comment helper test.tsx, right? Okay, and then what we're just gonna do, nice and lazy. And I'm just gonna open one of the tests. No, it's not there. want to look at, like, okay, this is a test for TLC, that's a component, so that's a good starting point. Render content helper test. You probably need these things. Also need parts. You don't need extract. Nested headings, okay. And then we basically need everything we ripped out. That's this whole block. Sans the if import meta vtest condition around it. We don't care about that. We also don't care about this because we don't get it from a different place. See, let's see if that actually works. Probably won't because I didn't save this file. I probably wouldn't know where to source. Okay, I did something weird there. This in here. It's a render comment helper, but I never told it how to source it, so maybe did it there. Yeah. Render comment helper. Weird bit here. Should be able to just say render comment helper, right? And then figure it out. Main utils, fair enough. Wrong directory. There we go. Thing exists now. Clean this up. See what builds. All right. Okay, so the text box are not relevant anymore. Close that. We're doing this differently. What we are still looking into is the Next.js stuff for plausible. That's not it. Is there something else? The Next.js is already fine. There's nothing more. It's weird. Subscription extensions. Oh, not integration guides. All right. Tell me something about next. There we go. Simple integration for that. Built and maintained by. That's it. You don't need to provide some configuration. Let's check this out. It's probably a repo. Tell me how we configure this. That's now the top usage. Also provider, and then that. We define something on the API side of things. Oh, weird. This is weird. We need to. Okay, the proxying thing. Proxying will only work if you server side using Nextstart statically generated sites won't be able to rewrite the requests. If you're self-hosting Plausible, you need to. Okay, we don't. It just feels incomplete. Feels incomplete. All right. Starting to get dark, folks, so I'm going to switch into dark mode for the sake of my eyes. It's pretty dark out there. Grants me the license to be gentle to the eyes. At least a bit more. Oh, speaking of books, I guess this is the reason why Lee doesn't want me to get more. She keeps buying like these new top shelves that she stacks on top of them. And so we can actually still have a lot of room up, but I don't think Lean is ready for that. So we even have like some books double stacked that she puts out there. double rows. Yeah, I do like collecting them. Okay, so the possible stuff we will get to. All right, let's have a look at bundle size because that's an interesting one. Up. Before, let's copy this over. After, there it goes. Have a look. 98, 30 to 30 to 30 to 30 to 198, 79. All right, so the bundle size has not been affected, which is good. Okay, cool. That works. No, visible div. So okay, I guess. Let's just comment off this thing here. So I'm just going to pack that. And I probably will. Maybe just render. So that's the one we have. Format fits. Yesterday, we finished watching season 1 of White Lotus. Speaking of pirating,
If you incriminate yourself constantly.
Ahlini is really scared of so that I'm incriminating myself constantly. Oh no, we're just streaming this stuff. Yeah, so I didn't tell them where I'm streaming this stuff. I'm just streaming them from platforms where the conditions and the pricing is so good it feels like pirating. Kind of like Netflix, you know? There's so much good stuff they offer you. It almost feels like you're stealing from them. It's like taking candy from a baby, which I don't fully understand which babies actually have candy. It's very rarely you bump into babies with actual candy. They eat the stuff I don't really like to steal from them anyways. Cool. But speaking of, I should probably figure out how I don't know, the White Lotus thing I can do later. I have to look. Yeah. All right. Formatting done. Let's have a look. Oh, we took care of it. Let's see what happens if I run. Let's see if that actually works or if it breaks. I'm happy if this works. Oh yeah, and then weird. I sometimes have this issue on the MacBook, and then other times I don't. Like I have like this weird issue with dark mode on the MacBook. I think it's dark mode on the webbook where the Kanban board looks really messed up, but I can't reproduce it. Maybe we've resolved it meanwhile. I'm just gonna pretend it's resolved until it emerges again. All tests are green. All right, cool. So I guess we can call this a wrap. What we're gonna do, untracked files. Yeah, but it's modified in here. Remove test here. We don't want to remove them. Reintro render comment helper tests. Oh, I'm doing this on top of Tijan's branch, so I'm hoping Tijan is not pushing anything meanwhile. Okay, cool. So that point done. Reintro possible config. That was the other thing we wanted to do. Since I'm reading on the topic now, possible. Some point in the README on that. There's something in the config on that. Okay, let's read the config. Next config. Why did we comment it up? It's actually there. I don't know And I overlook this. Type import Next.js. Yeah. Oh, this is wrong. Like this applies to that. Right? For some weird reason, it commented this out, but I don't understand why, because what async rewrites return words that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cheat. Okay, this entire block here, paste it in here, right? And remove all that spacing, and then let's look at the diff. There is a diff. Of course, well, that's a fixable one. Let's drop another layer of white space here. And nothing is different. Nothing is different. So this comment here is just noise. Don't need that. The bundle analyzer, cool. So modify it. Yeah, I think the add type thing, I don't even know what that is. Add type in TypeScript. Probably some type annotation. I don't use that. Or some ESLint stuff. Type annotations, okay, ES and type. Yeah, no one cares. No one cares. If I can't find it, this is not gonna, it's not gonna kill me. Screw that. You don't care. So we just say like, oh, we move that over there. Remove sprays. Redundant comment in config. Okay, cool. And then we need to re-intro because that thing was always there. Just last uncommented source already contained the same config. Future self, we can rest easy. So next thing we do, close that. Close that. And here we close with that. This one. And remove dynamic import from component helper. I don't even know what dynamic is. Well, that's something that TGEM knows. So TGEM knows best. Here, sizable pane, change of sizable pane, encode split to reduce and reduce larger bundles. So what are we doing here? Is there anything unrelated? We don't remove a lot, so looks like a pretty manageable thing. Server-side rendering false, where 7 pages index. Okay, cool. What does it default to? TOC SSR false. I mean, it looks cleaner. I don't mind it. Less customization. Split large flow byte bundle. That's a good call. What do we have? We have input tool tip from Flowbyte React. Oh, so now we have utils tooltip. Okay. Again, TGEM knows best. let's just find out what the next year's thing now is. Oh, I just saw, which one, what are you saying? Was that a paying customer? What did you see there? I just noticed this message a bit too late. That was like 6 minutes ago. We have no paying customers yet, unfortunately. We haven't, we haven't also put up an option for people to pay for this. Issue on the darknet. Yeah, no, that wasn't. So that's also why we hadn't prioritized it yet. And we were just curious about what the issue was. That was just my MacBook, the backup MacBook, where I test things once in a while. And I mean, like, you can see kind of like the Kanban board. Is it actually on the right page? Yeah, no, of course not. It looks decent, so it kind of like works. So we're not really worried about it. Not now. And as far as paying customers goes, right now it's still a glorified reader, so we're not expecting money from people because people can't really actively use it other than to look at things. We're doing user interviews now. And we're trying to be disciplined. Our product chief is very adamant about us doing the user interviews correctly and not sidetracking too much from that. And then from that point on, we're basically going to update the landing pages with copy that is informed by the findings from the user research sprint that we're in right now. And on that landing page, we're basically going to have a waitlist sign up form with a payment option. And then people can basically get waitlisted if they pay some money, which is probably a stronger indicator than if they can just put their email addresses in there. And that is as close to paying customers makes sense right now for us, because we do need to provide people some actual collaboration like environment that isn't too far off from what the status quo is currently. That's the bar. So we can't be below that bar. And for that, we need kind of like edit capability built in. Otherwise, there's not much of a point in using this as a collaboration tool yet. So yeah, these are the struggles. I feel like I had like a really nice conversation with Ivo and Marissa, who are exploring building some productivity tooling as well. And it was really refreshing to see how they are approaching the problem from just doing user research interviews and making landing pages and not building anything yet. And we were kind of like nerding out about how challenging it is sometimes to figure out where to sit on that spectrum. Like, do you build like a small thing or not a small thing? Do you build something, or do you not build something? You tell a really good story, put a good proposition out there. And I don't think everyone can do it very well. So I didn't feel until this point that I had the skill or a good understanding how to put out a proposition that is strong enough for people to get in words. I probably lack the vocabulary and lingual skills to do that very well. And probably it's not just a matter of words, it's also just a matter of imagery, right? And then some people are really good at that. They can just write some landing page copy, put a couple of images up, people land on this thing and are like instantly like, okay, I get what this does. I could use it. And then there are like some more technical products where I sometimes feel like you need to see it work to kind of understand and appreciate what it does. And I don't know where we are. Like, I felt like I needed to be able to show people their information in the tool for them to see like, magic. Okay, I can manage tasks and pros and Intel effectively in the same place, and there are triggers and there are other cool things that I can use as productivity aids. But just with sketches, I didn't feel like I knew how to communicate that clearly. Well, now that Jesse's in the mix, the whole story is different. So we're following the Jesse playbook for now, where we're just doing the user interviews. We're making a good landing page, and I'm trying to hold back from doing the cardinal sin that engineers like to commit, building stuff. just building stuff for the sake of building stuff. So yeah, it's a good learnings, but also refreshing because I think even if I say also stuff like that, we probably should build some stuff as well. Maybe a bit more. I think for the people that are really good at landing pages and copy and imagery, um, sometimes it probably also helps for them to get stronger signals to have something that is less of a detached image and more something that that lives. I feel like tools typically live when you can put your information in it, or you can see how it actually uh, helps you out in your particular use case. That's also why people typically need to trial something out to really see it work. And the screenshots don't always capture all of that. Somewhere I'm just really convinced it's my lacking storytelling skills. But you know what? Over time, I'm getting better at it, especially with good folks around me to help me out, and also good folks to provide feedback. So I'm grateful for every roast that comes my way that helps me refine this whole thing. All right, standing this time. It's kind of cool. This is really cool. I didn't know that. So what? Where's Fuse.js? Oh wait, import. Holy smokes. That's kind of cool. I like this. Probably I could have done that inside of the inline feed test side of thing. Maybe just say like import dot something that's already installed locally. Some stuff to experiment with. Cool. So that stuff here, I think we just believe this. We learned something new. Fix infinite rendering on resizable pane. What happened here? Pros index. A couple of console logs. We're gonna have to rip them out. Let's find them. Console log. There we go. Tests. Oh, I don't care about that. We can keep them there. At task board. We're gonna keep them there too. What's this here? What was this? Pros. All right. Content. Is that the whole payload? Holy shit, that's a heavy console log. No, we don't want that. What you get delivered later, Lee?
A mirror thing.
Okay. That's probably monolith. This will pretty well. Okay. Was it a heavy package?
Yeah. The guy brought it all the way upstairs.
That's kind. I don't know what this is for. Typeviz. What the hell is this? Oh. Never used this, did we? Typeviz. Type visualization. I think I set this up once a very long time ago to generate some visual representation of some of the types we were using. Probably doesn't work at all. Okay. Don't need it. Maybe to be completely fair to the thing, I should probably look up what it does right now. Okay, so no completion typeviz util.viz. Okay, well, fair enough. Well, it doesn't do anything. This was when I was first implementing the parser, and I felt it would be useful to have like a visual representation of all the types and how they related to each other, because it was so freaking confusing for me to read through the whole thing, and I can't keep a lot of things in my head. So this helps. I can remove that, but we'll do that later. For now, this, right? We just remove all the console logs. Actually, that's a already handled concern console. Now, how many do we still have here? Or TSX. What are we looking at? Handle at task. All of these are just bogus handlers. We don't care. We don't hit them. That's in there. Handle ID. Well, maybe I don't. Okay, cool. We already solved that. What else do we have? Task stories. That part. Drag in. Weird. Where is this from? Task stories. Should we drop a task somewhere? I should see. Let's see if that actually works. You should see hello on Dragon. Probably. See if that shows up. Console. And this thing loading. Here we go. There we go. And if we drag it over here, none of that. Why not? Unadded task has been commented out. What the heck? Unadded task has been commented out. Weird. What's this thing? Huh. A lovely day. Right. Not super important. Right. What other bits of information are there? Oh. So there's this thing with display buffer next that I can tweak, where I can tweak where these things show up. That's probably another thing that I can do. Console log data. Like I really don't need to see what data is. That's a freaking large payload. Also, move this outside. That's a red flag. We're going to have to address that one thing at a time, though. Getting IDs from Access Line API, blah, blah. I think all the big console logs are handled. Content container, button, stories, we don't care about that. All of these other console logs are tiny. Okay, so fine, cool. So let me just keep the formatter happy. Meanwhile, let's just read through what else is going on. Use effect, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, it's return. Okay, that's some styling structure. All of this looks good. Then more dynamic loading of that's a weird one. The word. Huh. What is this? Remove the dynamic loading of pros. That's an interesting one. So if you remove the dynamic loading of pros, do we not load it at all? Or on what page is index? Let's have a look. Pages index. Pros. Oh, will I refer to it anywhere? Here it is. Here it is. All right, fine. We can remove this. Is this all about getting the bundler size smaller? Seems like it. Why would we still render the board? And let's also remove that. If we're going to remove things, we may as well be pretty aggressive about it. I don't think we need to load this dynamically either. Where does about come from? Still checking. You know what? I'll trust Dijon on this. I think it's curious that we commented out though. I think it's a little bit surprising, but okay. We drop that. We drop that. We drop that. Drop that. Heavy console logs. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, so another thing, why are awareness? I don't have awareness of where this is. Later remove type this .ts, and that was in utils, I guess. Yeah, utils. Cool. I think we had something in Word. Move. Column data props. We import this from data. Column data. Column data props. Okay, it's not real data. It's just props we load from them, the type. I can look that. That's a little bit weird. Okay. So let's see here. None of this stuff here pertains to Word. Figure out where we do something with Word. It's not in this commit either. Do it here, also not there. Board index. Here we go. Removed a bunch of tests from it. I nearly escaped my overview. Close. And what we can do, probably test Word test the TSX. Guessing. Right. And these tests come from what index? Implement comment helper stuff we already have. So over here, render comment helper test. Do we need render? We actually call render in this thing. We don't. That's probably the tool is going to complain about it in a bit, so we'll find out. Yeah. Import board components. Word. Maybe. Next. not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just go over to the diff. This whole block over here. Actually, we don't need what's on the inside. We don't need what's on the inside. We don't need that. We just need the cases. And it ends where we are ish. Cool. This is terminated. Looks like it. Then just column structures, parts. So we do need parts. So bring that in. Alright. And extract Kanban data. Context. We have that context. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Extract Kanban data. Yeah, where does this come from? Yeah, so this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem. There we go. So we're going to need that. And the function is that. Data. The rest we don't really need, I believe. It all comes from index. Alright, cool. What else? What else is there? What symbols are here that are unknown? Do we ever call render? I think you do. Okay, cool. Now we need to figure out why this thing, why I need whatever. Line 2 here should trigger errors because I don't think I'm using those things. But one thing at a time. Let's just run the test, see if it passes. On the data engineering front, just to give an update, I applied to not applied. I basically requested access to Temporal, which apparently Snap Engineering build, the Snapchat engineering team, should allow for this like simple definition of kind of like workflows that I can run like longer running jobs. At the same time, I've been looking at Airbyte actually. Maybe I set up an account tomorrow to really start playing with it a bit more. I have like a local deployment where I fiddled around with a couple of things, but I really don't want to know the underlying. I don't want to deal with the mechanics of running it. I just want to have like a managed offering. As far as the tests go, they seem to run. So I mean, this is good enough. Probably, if I take a look, it's in here, untracked file. So maybe I should also format the whole lot, make sure that that thing is okay. My foot mat. The static is starting to hurt. I have these flat duck feet, so I have like this floor mat with this with some irregularity in it that feels a little bit like a forest ground or whatever. Anyways, here we go. Most of this looks okay. Let's just run build. We'll find out all the many things that are broken with this setup now. Single file. Yeah. Component test. Cool. So far, it's not complaining. I am a bit confused. And you probably are because it doesn't break. Does it? Oh no, we're running the bundle analyzer. That's a different thing now. Okay, cool. It worked. Let's look at Scratch. See how different this is. Where was it? Up after 98, 30 to 30 to 30 to 30 to 32, 179, 198. looking legitimate. 45.7, 15.3. All of the files are kind of like within expectation. I didn't grow Tdion's bundle size. Cool. So I can remove that. Try to actually, oops. Yeah, and then I can probably try to rerun the tests. And we're almost there. Et voila. Okay, cool. I can live with that. Yeah, very cool. Drop that. You don't need that. Simplify things. Like this. Oops. Stage 4. Stage anything for? That's that. Okay. Weird. And if we go back to this one, let's see. Oh. Hell. There we go. All right, cool. I discarded it. I'll just stage it. And clean up. Comment over. I'm going to rebase this. No one cares about that. I'm going to remove this thing, but I'm not going to do it like that. I'm just going to go to ethos type fizz. Right. Here we go. Delete file. There you go. There we go. That's gone. Package JSON. Like this. This line dropped. Oh, here we go. Delete it. Or drop type this. This is it. Okay. Try to place the script. Of course, I have to uninstall the damn thing. Type this. Weird. Yeah, this is confusing. What was it? Visuals, push type visual. Of course, I just stubbed some file thinking I'm gonna figure this out from tsmorph. Well, who uses tsmorph? tsmorph. Who needs this? I don't know. Let's see what breaks. And uninstall tsmorph. It's def dependencies. Okay. So what we're doing, reintro, clean up render command helper, reintro render command text, and then I can also rebase these two. That's fine. Meanwhile, package lock. A lot of crap that goes out. Stash. That one that goes out. Okay, what's that? tsmorph. Sure. I install tsmorph. Excuse. What type this? One thing that I'd like to do is just run test there and see if that is okay. cannot rebase. I can't try to get a sense of what is still outstanding. Okay, so I did this a week ago. That's done. It's left to merge it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay. So we need to put it. Yeah, cool. So that is cool. And so what we do, we should do test maybe a base on shots, whatever. We'll get to that. That sounds fine. Let's see. The darn thing builds, npm run build. I'll check and then re-intro, rebase. Interactively. Yeah, cool. Cleanup, render, comment, helper, test. How do I do this? I move this up, right? And then I squash this into the previous commit. Boom, this is effectively a no-brainer. Cool. Rewritten the history. Nice and clean. Okay, cool. Bundle size, just double check for one final time. After, looking good. John's work is not being violated or whatever. We are still on track. Now let's just get local branch merge hack. And actually, let's go for hack. Actually, that's not what we want to do. We want to do cold. Cold all, whatever. Local branch hack. Cool. Be a bit of a right. There's where hack is now. Merge hack. I'd like to kind of like always have a work in progress branch. Fast forward only. Merge. Fix it real quick. There we go. Okay, here we are. Haven't done any meaningful work on these, so I'm probably going to replay them. Reorg about data. I don't know where that is right now. Here. Merge. No fast forward. Merge and add message. Optimize. And we have disaster. Merged. Drawer. And merged that temporarily give. That's expected then. Easy. Easy fixes. You take. Yeah. Import tooltip. And do that. All right. And then back to the previous buffer. That's sorted. And then this one temporarily give minimum height. Min height. I don't know. I mean, the comments are never bad. So I'm a fan of keeping them there. Stage. Right. We just merge. Okay, we did that. So mark this as merge. Auto unfold. Where's that? Let's auto unfold. Here we go. That one. feature selected dependency. Local branch. Check this out. Unfold. This is probably going to be painful because why am I thinking that? Okay, it's section. I believe that we didn't touch section in the previous commit, so this should work. Let's find out if it built. Well, we've gotten this much done, so all right, there we go. Why is this there? Fair enough, we ignore it. We ignore it for now. Yeah. Actually, just gonna pretend details type is. Should work. So far, so good. Let me run the tests next. Look into there. I don't think anything to look into there. That doesn't require any attention. Doesn't require attention. You can close that. It's the status and this file merged and everything. Don't require any additional attention. I don't know. Till that. All right, so the bundle here was bigger. It's kind of cool to see that now. 98. Check the 200 KB of this thing. Not massive. I also don't know if it was in the red still. That's something we can still figure out later. It can't be red, right? But anyways, build works. NPM1 test. That's the next one. That was okay. That's maybe update snapshots. That's the test process, so I don't care. That's gonna automatically resolve itself. Briefly highlight a section to indicate scope. Okay, cool. Everything looking good. Cool. So what we're going to do now is clean npm def localhost 3000. See what we can do there. Okay, well, fair enough. I could probably do that. Let's just do it here. So that's what I got to do. What is this one? Auto unfold section. Perfect. So let's find one that probably is folded by default because it's done. Like remove base 60, whatever encoding. Here we go. I click this. Folds open. Right. And then I know that define new component file trigger taxonomy is going to be closed by default. Opens up. Maybe we can animate it, but that's not unimportant now. Do maybe not there. Write it down later to do. Come on. And to while I'm writing this, it's nicer to animate the unfolding. Low priority. And let's see. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Or cryo. Need to see. Okay, cool. We don't care about that. The testing worked. Let's merge. So where we go, local merge hack. This gets a little violent, so I don't want to run the def thing. Auto unfold. I can basically merge. Fast forward. Edit. Auto unfold. That's good. Okay, cool. So that's merged. Handled. Briefly highlighted sections that indicate the scope of the content. Yep. Alarm off. What was it? Brief. Briefly. There we go. That's 2 days ago. Along with Stefanos long branch. Cool. Branch local. Have a little quick win, huh? What do we have here? Let's see the code. Feature name core helpers, set show section boundaries, and then something with what? BG Blue 100. So let's see what it looks like. F. I don't know what this is. Weird. It's just hang on. Oh, something else. Snap. Here. Cool. Okay, if I do this, zoom out. Oh, that's so weird. This is broken. What does it look like? Snap. Okay. That's a problem. Yeah, that's the problem. Let's do show section boundaries. When I click toggle open section heading ID, when relevant or not. No, we don't really. The folding. Yeah, okay, I don't think this is what we need. I think we had it before, so I'm just going to cancel this. I don't think it does. Briefly highlight a section to indicate the scope of that content. Clicking on this. This is good enough in communicating the scope of content when I zoom in, zoom out. Okay, yeah, it doesn't cover it. Cool. Then I know what that does. Do Stefanos special branch and merge somehow blue BG conflicts with current and post it like BG. Alex and let's go with the content. All right, maybe I can do that. Let me just write this note. All right, blue BG complex of current. Blue BG complex of current post of BG and is none. It's not, and it's not temporary. Quickly highlight, color, briefly highlight requirement. So will BG conflicts with posted like BG and is not temporary. Yeah, cool, fine. I'll post that. I'll get to it in a bit. Post comment on GitLab. do that. Do a comment on that. Right, this is the one. Check it out. Build. Test. Yep. I wonder if I'm going to do any refactoring on that. Let's just see. One thing at a time. Branch, local, origin stuff, I don't know. Cool. Where we have lists. We have it somewhere above or at bottom, maybe. List perspective, not list perspective, lists. Probably just get the link of the task inside our Slack, but whatever. Here, lists. Now we have this weird thing out, computer company. This is weird. I don't think this is what, I believe Stefano had already implemented something else. I've seen something else here. I believe. Let me pull, see if I have the latest. What is that chore? Prop. What's going on here? 7 list. Unordered. Okay, it's descriptive. Don't want that. We know we end up in this case. I don't need to see the console log. List child, no children. Don't need the console log. What is the deal? No children, we just return a list item. I think I'm missing something. I must be missing something. BT. Nothing on BT. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Is there anything here about? Shift, okay, that's where it is. Should the renderer deal with it, or is this a concern of the list child? That's a good one. That's it. List child label. Or just list out child label coming to the picture. Let's have an li. It's not completely clean. At this level, I deal with what's inside of. This level we deal with defining which HTML elements we use. It's the component that decides it, not the renderer. The renderer just decides which element it calls. And for an element that is sufficiently specific, we just call the child, I guess. The component, I figured. So it's kind of like inconsistent to return a list child here, but then return DT and DD there. So this is something I have to fix. How? Yeah, so the problem here is that list actually even called list child, list tag, list. I understand why we did this. All right, let's do one more thing because the thing isn't rendering the head. So let's find out the head. Maneuver. Oh. Why is this not reloading? Am I just being an idiot? There we go. Why is it not auto-updating? Weird. So there is something there. Why does it not render head? Because the type of head is wrong. Give me a glimpse into what the hell. What's it? Part of the problem. Why? I feel there's something off here. It's X element, I can't work with that. Okay, I do. So all out. Okay, all objects. All right. Yay. Oh, Nero McMuffin. What's good, Nero McMuffin? Good seeing you here. Hope all's well on your end. We're doing some code reviews, merging some stuff. What you doing? Just doing code reviews, merging code to unblock the good developers that are working on the project. There's a lot of code for me to review, so I have to catch up. I've been busy on due diligence work this week, so the code reviewing is a little. I've got a good backlog. Let's put it that way. What about you? What you working on? What you reading? Mm-hmm. Speaking of, for some weird reason, when I get notifications from StreamYard, I don't hear audio. Maybe there's a setting I can play around with. Speaker. Testing new speakers on StreamYard. Well, audio works. Is there a way do they have a setting where they disable notification sounds? No idea. No clue. All right, so what are we doing here? I'm confused about this. Element type. I can render all of them, fair enough, so that should work. But the problem is that in the case of the description list, head would be a span. So I basically get a span that I feed into this thing. Why is that such a problem, actually? That's a good one. Why can't I feed? Okay, so let's look at that. There are not a lot of description lists in this thing, so I should be able to just do that. How can I position this at the bottom? There we go. Move this up a bit. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. What is this? What is this? What is this? React element. Label. Something in there. Figured it would be easier to tell the type of this thing, but paragraph. It's a paragraph. Fair enough. All right, so let's see what happens if I say like hi. Oh, that should work. Okay, so this is not the problem. I need to figure out what the hell is going on. So I'm gonna say hen. It's there. Nothing changed. Seriously. See, this is why sometimes you stop the dev console and you start it from scratch again. It was running. No idea why it's different now as opposed to the previous cases. Huh. Okay, so this works. That was just a bit of a glitch in the matrix. What I could probably do instead of saying list head, a list child as a key, I probably need to specify the key in this list as well. And let's see, how does this work? So, hands at the other implements paragraph comment block. And now I return this. What do I get out of this? JSX element, so maybe I don't do that. Maybe I don't. In which case do I render? Oh, just type out correspond with types. Small file, obviously. Types. Here we go. List item tag. Shit. There's a list item tag. No, and I don't render it like that. I'm just basically going to say this thing is going to be a DP, not a DT. That's the term. This thing is just going to be head. That's its X element. That's the way to do it. Yeah. One way to do it. What happens if so content 0 type is equal to L? Remember everything that's in there. Yep. Maybe we shouldn't be very picky about how we render these bits, huh? Is it a tag and then we'll pick it up? Everything else will be of what type? Let me just wonky rest. Ah, shit. No, I can't easily debug this now. Okay, I can just say L content, right? log the L dot content. List content. Also, this thing here is the list item. I need to move this other thing up. Because this little L thing here is a list tag. There's no reason we should have it out there. Relate it. Just keep them together. Item. This thing we drop. Whatever's inside it, we render as such. Let's see what happens now. How many errors? Okay, list content. What do we have here? So that's a list. No, it's the wrong list actually. Give me. Let's see. Is there any list with? Come on. Unordered. Where? What's the type L? Capital L. That's a list. Variant of that's one, and then render elements for every item. So every item, we end up here. Boom. It's just annoying that I don't know how to find. I could probably just it's not to print out. Damn it. Damn it. List CSX. Where's that printer? All right. I'm super hungry. I'm probably gonna have to call it a day. I don't think I'm being very productive anymore. And I probably met my match for the level of hungry I am. ATM. Probably I don't necessarily like this text. Yeah, fair enough. So tag list, let's see this list item tag. And then the other thing would be what? Huh. Something I can search for. Probably somewhere in the code. Here, parser, list item tag. Probably a test case that covers this. There should be. Okay, so then I need to figure out parser test list. Okay, come on. Here we go. What happens here? We get it. We get a list item, the paragraph in it. First number. Oh, shit. We get to update the tests. Okay, so let's just empty one test. Let's see if that works. we go. There we go. Damn it. So we were lacking this thing here. So let's have a look. It's all set inside of it. Okay. Let's click this. Yeah. So one comes in as a tag. Text of type L. The rest of it says what content, but what's the type? Okay, so let's update all of that jazz. Right. Cool. So let's have a look. Here I picked up my highlight. Anyways, it's list item. What the hell? This is one item, or the scope of one item, right? Let me see. Yeah, okay. That covers it. Right, so this thing is one item, checkbox no. Content is a list. Has two items in it, one of them being small l, which is the tag, the other being a paragraph. Fair enough. I suppose every other case is illegal, so in here we do something for content length is equal to 0. Return nothing. Weird. It's a legal case. It shouldn't happen. Otherwise, I should take this. This is not ideal. Yeah, so let's say. All right. What's the key? Do we get key passed along? Probably not. Where does key come from? Yeah, okay, cool. So L key item. I don't know, we can't deal with that. I seriously can't deal with that right now, seriously. List content, L content. So we should know at that point that if we shouldn't do a check on the type here. That's what this switch case is for. So right now we're kind of like cheating. So what we're doing, we don't do that check anymore. We basically just get the elements already from the structure. And it goes through the same function render element. It's called here, comes back as a DT automatically. The second one has to come back as a DD. But the question is how to frame it, because it doesn't know. I understand why Stefan did this. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. And also the content of this thing is just a paragraph, so I don't think we have a particular, yeah, we do have a P paragraph, which is weird. I don't think we want the paragraph rendered in a paragraph. This is weird. So what we probably want to do, we're gonna have to rip this apart. This thing here is a real gotcha. All right, so this whole checkbox thing, we don't care about it until this case. It's a base case. Complex case is the description list. Question is, do we want to call REST objects at this level or not? L content. I think we should handle two cases. L content length 0, we return nothing. L content length is 1, return that case. Here we go. Switch. Okay. So default, we don't know what we do here. Case 1, and then case 2. All right, in case 1, we kind of like want to deal with. We just say checkboxes. What's the value that you have there? Let's go at this point. Oh, fair enough. Okay, cool. Constant. I don't think it said constant, so switch case can I? don't think so. We drop this in here. We're going to just pretend that all objects is defined right above it. And in case 2, then we just look at L. Item content. Yeah. In this case, we want to put on guide. Okay, we want to return. Now we don't want to do a check, right? Case 2. Okay, cool. So we handle. So what's the check that Stefan did here? Is that if it's a tag, verify we're looking at a description, this tag. Okay. Oh. If description looks tag, then we return. And what is this? F element type. Render. We kind of like cheated by saying all objects, so we have to destructure this thing here. Oh, so now head is going to be some JSX element or some REST object. Thing is, if this thing has like a lot more content, we compute a render element. We don't need to if it's invalid content. So yeah. Let's see. Let me figure out a workaround. Element type list child. Let's look at the implementation of list child. Li list child label. That's the interesting part. We should unpack. Yeah, label there. So label there is what React Node could be anything. List child, fair enough. Here we go. So I think we just need to say element content, right? That's if element type. What else could it be? That's, I don't know, we should put multiple switch cases in there. It's probably not a good pattern. Gotta take a break, folks. Or maybe even call it quits. Been at it for 2 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes. I'm gonna do a quick break, and then I'm gonna be trying this again a little bit, or just bailing, taking a proper break for the rest of the day, and starting again early tomorrow. But for now, first bathroom break. What's the banner I use for that? There we go. Cue elevator music. Cool, cool, cool. I didn't quite end up leaving for the bathroom break. I was just talking with Lainey about what we're doing for dinner, and I realized like I need to have a walk. So I'm gonna bail on the stream now, have myself a walk to clear my thoughts before I actually try doing some crazy refactoring stuff that might not even be necessary, because very likely I'm looking at something that is a senseless idea. Because I mean, what Stefano implemented is working. I'm probably just fixated a little bit on a weird architecture quirk, like a design quirk in my head that I can't unify with what I'm seeing. So I'm going to take a walk, collect some food for Leni and myself, and then come back with a fresh mind. Done this before. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, Imposter Engineer, catch you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was fun again. And off cam, when Leni isn't looking, probably I'll buy a couple of those cool books that I've gotten good tips for. Thanks for that. So yeah, everyone, y'all have a lovely rest of the day. Be kind to each other, and see you the next time. This was good fun. All right, over and out. End broadcast. Click.